that in most developing countries, 30% or more of poor people pay bribes. The fact is that young people are deprived time and time again of a good education, of good health care, of access to housing and access to employment because of corruption in the systems. And the frustration of all of those young people as they try to mobilize and act to change that comes when they're constantly told, we're going to work on it, we're going to do something about it, and then nothing happens. So what we think can end part of that frustration is to convince institutions like the World Bank that young people in civil society, most of the TI chapters by the way, in civil society want to work as respected partners, equal partners in ensuring the reduction of poverty. The reduction of poverty through ensuring that social service delivery is open and transparent. Partnership and Transparency Fund has done wonderful, innovative projects to demonstrate how you can mobilize mostly women in the poorest areas, mostly young women, to go and use freedom of information laws, freedom of assembly laws in order to get their rights and to end extortion. That's the way we end frustration, by actually reducing poverty and being a partner to make sure that there are results on the ground.
On how to get adults to take the youth seriously. That was also one of the problems that we faced. So what we did is we partnered with existing institutions. So really, we came out of this from scratch. My co-founder and I had no experience whatsoever. We don't know anyone from government. But so we found institutions that were into anti-corruption or good governance and got them to support us. So that when you do meet with people in government and do meet with other NGOs or international organizations, you have some sort of backing.
The key to the community and the youth and all activists engaging is to engage. I think most governments are very insecure. They are afraid of the traditional media and they are afraid of the political activities. But in a controlled way, they want to collect feedback and they want to use it to make a difference in the services that you experience as youth and citizens before there is popular uprising against them. So use that fear, find out who in the government, what avenues are officially sanctioned, and engage.
I used to be a journalist in India for 3.5 years. I was around when there was a massive anti-corruption movement in the country, which was a result of 4 or 5 scams that were exposed in several sectors in India. From there, I shifted to working with a member of parliament in India, and that was primarily because I realized after spending 3.5 years criticizing the government, I did not know much about how it operated, who I was criticizing, or whether the person I was aiming my anger at was even responsible for the things I was blaming him for. It took that experience and now my graduate degree at George Washington University and now my work with PTF, I feel that I'm a better involved, better informed individual, and which is why I encourage you from my example, you have to be aware. You have to be aware of your problems in your community, in your region, in your country, internationally, whatever level you choose.